Deborah Carr moved to her rural home for peace and quiet, but now an energy company is making plans to frack for oil and gas nearby. It's not the noise that worries her, it's her water.
If my water well is contaminated, then my property is worthless.
Anger over fracking has sparked violent protests. Now a panel of leading Canadian scientists says there's simply not enough scientific information to declare fracking safe.
The absence of that was extremely surprising.
Energy companies inject chemicals and sand deep underground to fracture the rock and free up the natural gas. The report says gas can leak into groundwater through faulty well casings. One of the authors says the report found the risks are not being properly tracked.
It recognizes that those concerns by the public are real, and that additional information needs to be collected to really understand how best to manage those impacts.
Concern about fracking has been widespread in the U.S. for more than a decade. This farmer says his well was contaminated by fracking for gas trapped in coal. He showed us how he could light his water on fire.
It's natural gas, methane gas.
The industry agrees public trust is an issue. It's introduced new standards for safe fracking.
We can get the approvals we want, but if the public doesn't have confidence in us and in the regulator doing our business, we know that poses a risk to the future opportunities and development of the industry.
But environmentalists want a national moratorium.
I think the government should put the brakes on this kind of technology and require more information to be developed.
This report was ordered by the former Environment Minister 2 years ago, but today the parliamentary secretary said there's no problem.
It's important to note that hydraulic fracturing has been used safely, and I'll repeat, in Western Canada for decades, and there's been absolutely no incidents of contamination to the drinking water.
But the report says that fracking needs to slow down so the research can catch up to determine whether it's safe for both Canadians' health and the environment. Margo McDermott, CBC News, Ottawa.